Hi there Aquarius, thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for June, and what a month this can be for you. The month begins with the Sun and Mars combining in your 5th solar house. This is the most expressive part of your horoscope. It's ruled really by the energies of Leo, so if you imagine the kind of charisma that Leos have, this can be something that you can embrace very much this month. Also, Venus, the planet of love and relating, moves into the sign of Leo to join up with Jupiter on the 6th. And Jupiter itself, the planet of fortune, is going to be radiating out a fantastic angle with the Sun and Mars for pretty well the first 3 weeks of this month. So it can be a fantastic time for relationships. But is there a catch? Well, there are a couple of things that you need to be aware of. Not least that Mercury is twisting backwards through to the 11th. Now, if you're keenly interested in astrology, you'll know that Mercury retraces its steps 3 times a year. This is the second phase of retrogrades. And when it does, all sorts of misunderstandings, mix-ups and delays can occur. And for you, just bear in mind that however earnest you feel and however much you feel full of passion and you want to express who you are, well, not everything may go exactly to plan, and when it comes to your love life, the course of true love never runs smoothly. So with Mercury tracking backwards for those first 10 or 11 days, there could be some kind of change of plan, and it could initially be very disappointing. But the drive and the sheer personality that you're going to be emanating can draw some amazing things to you if you keep the faith. The ironic thing is that the full moon, which occurs on the 2nd of this month, does feed into the rather difficult energies of Neptune. So when it comes to the people you really care about, whether it's your children, whether it is one person that's fascinating you romantically, don't spend too much money in terms of making the good things happen. This is more a time to let the natural course of creativity and style and artistry, let all these energies bubble up inside of you. You can be one of the most idiosyncratic but fun people to be with in the zodiac, because you do look at life in a completely unique way. So let that side of you come out. Don't feel you have to splash the cash in order to make a big impression. However, Saturn is twisting backwards in the first 2 weeks of this month, your co-ruler, in the sector of friendships. But it is going to rewind backwards into Scorpio from the 15th. And is going to continue to do so through to the middle of August, when it then re-emerges back into Sagittarius again. This points towards a 4-month period when work pressures can close in. But also it can be a time when extra responsibilities come your way, and it could be something you've been working towards. A big goal over the last 2.5 years can finally start to come to life and really fall into place. And you can see that all the determination, application, self-discipline and commitment that you show is going to give you a return, which can be mightily rewarding. But there's a gorgeous new moon on the 16th. Let this help you to dazzle and to show people just how sparkly your personality can be. Because with Jupiter forging that wonderful angle to Mars and also the Sun, it could be around a romantic relationship where you really are trailing a blaze. Now, the accent does change on the 22nd and 25th when the Sun and Mars respectively move into a more practical location. But Mercury continues in the most expressive part of your scope, and it does forge an awkward angle from the 18th through to the 26th. Once more, it's saying to you, be cautious about your resources, particularly linked to spending money on your social life or on your love life. But the move of the Sun and also Mars on the 22nd and 25th respectively gives you an opportunity to really deploy the ideas that you've been percolating earlier in the month in a much more focused and practical way. A case of form and function, and your functional approach can be absolutely superb. In fact, the latter part of the month can also see you really doing very well when it comes to the detail of things. Now that links in brilliantly with Saturn's retreat back into Scorpio. So if you really focus, you apply those talents of yours, and also you show the necessary ambition, which Saturn is going to be testing out, the last part of this month could see some significant breakthroughs. But what's really fascinating is that Mercury is going to be getting caught up in that right angle with Neptune. So Neptune in the part of your situation to do with your resources and your values, and Mercury in the part of your situation to do with having fun and being self-expressive, suggests that going out and having a good time, indulging to a degree, whether it's in the good things in life, sugary things, well, that's entirely possible. But anything that's really important around your resources, you do need to stay very vigilant, practical and earthed in your approach. But I do think the Sun, Mars and Saturn will help you to achieve that as this month comes to a close. But overwhelmingly, June can be an absolutely sensational month for you. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Aquarius. Good luck and goodbye for now.